What's up, guys? Welcome back. Himawari Jinchuriki. QB mode, Jinchuriki, not sure. She has the 9 tails coming out of her hair, which is interesting. So I don't know, like when Naruto go into this mode, he'd like go insane. But she seems to have it under control, which is interesting. So let's draw this landscape page. Pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. Portrait of her. We're trying to fit in the hair as much as we can. Some of it will probably like go off the edges of my page because it's really long. It's massive. So let's go for it. Center point, my page about here. Head will be up in the top half. So we'll just go up and we'll start the eyes just about here. Okay. And we're going with these dark, spiky, yeah, real dark. Okay. So go curving up and over the top. And it's got like a spike on the end here that flicks up like that. And then we'll go down this way. And then in around to the tear duct in there. I'm pretty sure they do a spike on the inside as well. So we'll go down into here and back in. So we'll just thicken this up, right? Because it's quite dark. This whole, it's like she has like eyeliner on, like real dark mascara sort of thing. Down the back as well. Like a much heavier line than normal. And then her eye, so she's just pretty angry, right? So her iris, she's looking sort of up from underneath, just curves around there like that. And then we have a thin fox-like eye just there in the middle. And they actually give some sort of iris lines just coming around the edges there, like that. I think she has some eyelashes sticking off the corner here, little spikes. We'll just spike this up a bit more, make it a bit more sharp. Okay, so her eyebrow, so a check mark, kind of tick line just going up here, and it's darker at the front. Okay, and then we got a bit of an eyelid line just under her eyebrow. So she's frowning kind of heavily, right? So they can give her sort of little sort of wrinkle lines on the nose, kind of. Sometimes just like under her sort of eye there. Like another frown line. And then the other eye, just over here, so we go across. Now the eyes are like bigger than, they're big anime eyes. So we're sort of closer to the edge over here. Again, same sort of thing. Spike it up. It's a big spike here. Bring it a bit lower, maybe there. And then we'll go this way. Back up. And thicken it up a bit. Right, she does have like some eyelashes in here. And then her iris line. Same sort of thing again. Just in there. And then a thin spike eye. Fox eye in there. And then eyebrow again. So we'll just go check mark, sort of going up here, down. And we want to thicken up the front. And she's a little sort of wrinkled nose sort of area, and then an eyelid line just coming off here. So then we go down and just do her nostrils. So you just have a nostril there. And here. Small nose. And then her mouth. So just below. Flat sort of mouth. And like sometimes they give her like a little fang sticking out. So that's what we'll do. And then maybe like another wrinkle just underneath her eye there. And maybe a frown line just there. So the manga tends to do like a little bit extra. But we'll just do it sort of anime style maybe. And then her bottom lip line just here. And then her chin relatively, like she's a childlike face, right? So it's, well, it is a child face. So it's kind of round. Small, but like in general, her eye to her nostril is about the same as nostril to chin. That distance is about the same. Like say the top eyelid there to her nose, about the same as nose to chin, and then nose to bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin. That's the sort of proportions we're working with. So then her jaw, right? So we'll go up the side of her face, and it kind of gradually turns up and then disappears underneath her long hair, which comes down here. Okay, so we go other side as well. I think this one goes up a bit further because her hair flows off the other side. So we go up to about there. So just here we got a little sideburn, sort of spike, and we can't see it on this side. This side just has like a long flowing spike of hair all the way down, like really ridiculously long, spiky. Okay, and this will go underneath her fringe, which comes along her hair here, right? So you got all these. So it's kind of like very low on her forehead. Right, and then you could have some like texture lines and stuff on this, just coming all around the middle there. In the manga, they're done with white. So the lines on her cheeks as well. So we got, they're kind of like the scratchy ones, sort of that Naruto had. So we'll go kind of hairy looking. Like so. And then another long piece of hair coming down here. So it comes down the other side of her face, so the wind is blowing everything to the left. So it goes sort of down this way. You can do it any way you want, of course. I'm just like bringing it, flowing it down this way. Your drawing doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You can do it your own way. And then we can just see her like earlobe in here, and like some ear lines just in there. Can't see the other ear. So then, top of her head. So it's just kind of bumpy up at the back, and then all the big long. So say like we'll just add this sort of round top. Kind of like bumps around here. You know, because hair tends to be bumpy on the top. And then there's these large spikes, right, that come out. Some of them go off my page. See, so this one, where does this come back in? Depends on how big you want to make them. Go that way, and then this one. And they can be sort of hairy. I've seen like other people draw them sort of very sort of hairy, sort of actual spikes coming off them and stuff. So it's up to you what way you want to do it, really. Some people get real stylized with it, you know. So 3 on that side, and then that's 4, and then another one, so it kind of goes up the back here somewhere. I think this one will go off my page up the top. And then another one this way, so they're all sticking out all directions. Another one going down here. Means this one should be gone off there. There's a long one going down her back. And then her arm and her body and stuff is in there. Okay, so we get her body in now, so we can see her neck just coming down this side. So relatively thin. And she has a black collar just coming across here. There seems to be a flower on the collar. Neck muscles just coming down towards the middle there. And then, so in the middle of where these two muscles go in, like right in the middle, that's where your collarbones come out. So they go out that way. And then she seems to just have a little white t-shirt that comes around the neck there. Goes in behind, so that's like she's got her trapezius sort of muscles there. White t-shirt, and then her shoulder, so narrow, female child, so narrow shoulders, not that wide out. Normally a male would be a full face, like out that way, but children are much skinnier. Well, young people anyway, and females. Right, so side of her t-shirt just coming down there, and then that goes down that way. In, and it's like a short t-shirt, so you can see her stomach in there somewhere. There's some fold lines and stuff, just fabric folding lines. And then another flower. I wonder if this is intentional, you know, the way the flower of the 10 tails and stuff. I wonder what she's... I wonder if there's like signaling something with that, you know, sometimes artists do that. Okay, and then her waist sort of comes down here. She got a belly button in there, I think. Right, and then arms very thin. That's all you really have to do for her arms. And Oh yeah, this hair should go back in there then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9 spikes. Oop. Himawari. 9 tails Jinchuriki. What a surprise. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.